Okay, Art Angels. So we've completed the presentation. We've counted the number of people in the room. These are the outcomes that you want to report to us in the back office after each and every presentation. So the very first, obviously, the very first important thing is the date and the name of the facility that you're visiting. So down here is Belterra and McKinney, good old Belterra. And it looks like Jean and Claude and Susan have been really busy at this facility. They go every other Wednesday, the first and the third Wednesdays of the month. So notate the date. The name of the main presenter will appear first. That's the Art Angel and any assistant with them. The name of the museum that you went to and how many people were in attendance. Be sure to include yourselves. We count souls enriched. So if you're in that room and your soul was enriched by an artwork, you count yourself as being in that room. For bigger museums like the Art Institute of Chicago, you may want to notate the slide number. Here, Jean presented from slide 32 to 57, and she had 18 people in the room. So for the monumental museums, you want to notate the slide numbers. Now, we ask that you adopt a senior community for your own and that you go at least once a month, maybe once every other week. The way to do this is to do it the first and the third Tuesdays or the second and the fourth Wednesdays at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, be consistent, but never do every other week. It just doesn't work out like that. It's always the first and the third or the second and the fourth. We charge our senior communities, we have an honorarium because we're a nonprofit, and we have to maintain money to make all of this work, pay our bills. We request a $100 honorarium for these presentations. Now, for most people, for most in the senior care, this is not a concern. They have a big budget for quality of life. The quality of life is the most important thing that a senior care community can provide people. So that aside, if a facility or a venue has a financial hardship, we offer scholarships. We have half scholarships and we have full scholarships. So for Medicaid communities, very often we present to the elderly poor at no charge to them. We just, we suck it up and write that off or find a sponsor for them. We do something to make sure that they don't incur that cost. But that's how our system works here. For every presentation that you make as an art angel, you'll be afforded a $25 stipend. And truthfully, most of the people donate that right back to the organization, for which we're very appreciative. However, if you did want to avail yourself of the $25, we'll send that out to you. We'll track that, and we'll send it out to you at a quarterly basis. So on the quarter, you can make like $125 or something if you've given 5 presentations over the course of the quarter. So we ask that you adopt a facility, be consistent. If you're on that calendar, be sure to show up on time and make that presentation. It's best to do this in partnership. So if one of you can't make it, the other one can. And just make sure that when we say we're going to be at a facility on the 10th of April, that we are at that facility on the 10th of April at 10 o'clock. It's very important for the facility for that. So the outcomes, the date, the presenter, the museum, and how many people are in attendance. And for the big museums, you want to track the slide numbers so you can work your way through the museum and not repeat yourself. Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.